What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my humble abode. I'm Shalonda, and you are watching the Vanlife Style YouTube channel. Today, we are doing a frequently asked questions video. So this is going to be a nice little Q&A. These are questions that I have gotten asked over the years in real life, from people who have seen my van, from people who approach me, who I give a real life tour of my cute little space. And so I put together these 9 questions. Now, make sure you stick around and watch the full video, because questions number 8 and 9 may surprise you. Without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Where do I park? That's a popular question, both online and offline. So I like to park on public streets, not in residential neighborhoods. One of my favorite type of places to park are commercial industrial areas or commercial residential, meaning the strip may be mostly businesses and then an apartment building, right? So that's essentially where I park. And I can find these type of places in whatever city I may be in, whether it's Santa Ana, Costa Mesa, Irvine. Not so much Newport Beach, because Newport Beach has cracked down and they do not allow sleeping in your vehicle unless it is registered from the manufacturer as an RV. Second question, do I have a storage unit? No, I do not have a storage unit. Now, a couple of years ago, I did have a storage unit. So 3.5 years ago, I think it may have been, I did have a storage unit for about a year. And I had my party bar. I have a party bar that I actually have right over there, in there, and a few other things that didn't fit in the Mercedes mansion that I was in. I ended up shutting that down, and I found a way to fit all the things that I had in storage, which wasn't much, but I found a way to fit it into the previous home that I lived in. So that was the last time I had a storage unit. I never had clothes in my storage unit. I never had shoes or anything. It was like some of my crochet stuff, some of my art supplies, some of my painting stuff that I had in there. So no, I do not have a storage unit and have not had a storage unit in over 3 years. Where do I keep my clothes? That's a very cute question. And it was a kid that asked me that. The next couple of questions were asked by children, and I thought that was so cute. So I do keep my clothes in a nice storage bin. Not a storage bin. It's a pink, like a mauve pink ottoman. You'll see it right here. So I keep my clothes, all of my clothes are in here. I also keep some clothes in my this big pillowcase right here, sweatpants and stuff. I also keep some clothing which is behind the camera. I keep my socks and my sports bras in this little cheetah print pillowcase, and then I have 2 of them. The other one, I have a couple of towels, one of my other bath towels and my extra sheets. So yeah, I keep my clothes in my furniture piece here, which is a part of the decoration of my home. Where do I keep my shoes? Another question asked by a child, a little boy actually, and he's so cute. I keep my shoes up front. I only have 4 pair of shoes, 3 that I keep up there, and my daily faux Crocs that I absolutely adore. So I keep my shoes tucked away up front in the cab area, just below the, what is that called? The dog house? The dog bin? Whatever that little area up front is called. That's where I keep my shoes. Do I want to travel? Yes, I do want to travel. However, I don't have a desire to live on the road, and I don't have a desire to travel as a single solo woman. As a van life nomad, I travel very slowly from state to state that I want to be in. But typically, that's not a cut and dry answer for me, because yes, I do want to travel, but in a different part of my life. Not so much in this part of my life. In this part of my life, I'm fine traveling locally in the state that I'm in. That is very sufficient for me right now. Question number 6. I get this question fairly frequently. How do I store my food? So When it comes to my meats, I shop as I buy. I shop as I cook. I buy my meats the day I'm going to cook them, and that makes it easy for me. Now, I do have a pantry section right here that has my seasonings, my coffee, my tea. All of my utensils are down here. So this is where I store my dry goods. And essentially, I'm more of a carnivore, so I don't have rice and pasta and carbs and fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So I don't need to store anything like that because I typically don't eat anything like that. Now, if I buy, like yesterday, for example, the day before yesterday, I bought 2 meats. One of them I cooked that same night. So then I wrapped it up in a, the green produce bags, and I put it here in this storage box right here. So this is where I will put any uncooked leftovers that I have. It's fine overnight, but that is typically where I store my food. I store it at the grocery store until I buy it and cook it. This is a popular question because I have a lot. And it is, how do I keep my plants alive? Well, it helps to love plants. It helps to have 2 green hands. And it helps to want to keep them alive. So I don't know how I keep them alive. I just do right by them. I give them the environment that they want to have. It may seem strange because I'm in a small space, I'm in a van, but actually the reason why I keep my 2 side windows closed up now is because I discovered that having all of the windows uncovered is way too much light for them, because I'm not in a house and my house isn't positioned in the same spot all the time. We drive around, we move, so their environment typically mimics closer to outdoors. The changing and shifts in lighting, partial lighting and shade. They always have the outside breeze because I keep my 2 vented back windows open all the time. So they don't have artificial air. They get natural fresh air just like they do outside and in the rainforest. So they thrive. So I decided to just keep my side windows, my sliding door windows closed to not burn them and give them too much light. But I keep them alive just by loving on them and giving them the environment that they want to be in. And essentially, they're doing pretty well. Do I get lonely? I do get lonely, but it's a different type of loneliness. It's how do I answer this? Because first of all, I thrive on my solitude. I cherish my solitude. And even when I was married, I spent hours doing my own thing in my bedroom while my ex-husband was in the living room watching CNN and Al Jazeera and BBC, whatever the hell he was doing. And I was creating, I was even back then making YouTube videos, makeup tutorials and different things like that. So I love my solitude. I need my solitude. I enjoy being with myself. So the loneliness that I may experience from time to time as a human being is for companionship again. But not in here. And I have my requirements and my standards. So I feel fleeting moments of loneliness sporadically. That's the most honest answer that I have for you. But as far as needing to be around people, having a strong urge to be around people, to want to talk to people, that's not who I am. Even when I lived conventionally, that's not who I am. When I lived conventionally, I would have to sit and think, do I want to call one of my girlfriends to go to the mall with me? Do I feel like being bothered? And I'm going to say a good 8.5 times out of 10, I would say no, I just go by myself because I don't want a small talk. I don't want your distractions on nonsense and people watching, and I just rather be with myself, enjoy my time, enjoy going to the movies, going to the mall, going shopping, going out to eat, whatever I'm going to do. I'd rather just do it with myself and be on my own time. So I have fleeting moments and I don't think it's loneliness. It's more so I'm ready for companionship again. When that time comes, I'm open to it and I'm receptive for that. Now, this is by far the question everyone has been waiting for me to answer. This is the number 1 most frequently asked question from everywhere. Do I want a bigger van? I've thought about this question because I get asked it a lot. And I would like to have a more spacious van. I don't want a Sprinter. I don't want a big van like that. I don't want excess space. I would like a van. I would like a bigger van, yes. Short answer, yes. But just a regular van. I really like those old school, regular, cute vans. I don't want something extra long. To be able to have like higher space, not stand-up space, but just a higher space, like a regular van, one of those cute little old school vans. More space for more plants. Yeah. Yes, that's what I want. I don't want something really long and big to drive. I love my home. I love the space that I'm in. I love how cozy it is. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, there you have it. That's my answer. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully this answers some of the questions that you guys have. And if you have a question that wasn't a part of one of these, feel free to leave it in the comments. And the next time I do another FAQ video, I'll be sure to include it. So once again, I'm Shalonda. Thank you to my newly 1,700 subscribers. We getting there, y'all. We are getting there. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying to the end, and feel free to subscribe. If you need to watch more videos or more of my shorts to, get a little more warmed up to your girl, feel free to do that. And hopefully I'll see you on the other side of subscribe. Thanks, y'all. Have an amazing day. Remember, follow your heart. And van lifestyle doesn't have to mimic anybody else's. Your own life doesn't have to mimic anybody else's. God bless the child that has its own, and be grateful for everything that you have. Peace out, y'all.